Ford, and my God! If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, it's the Red Carpet Ring featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King himself, guys. Got another good one for you guys today. It's going to be a late one, a little late, but we still here to talk about WWE SmackDown Results, winners, lives, grades, reaction, highlights, and we talking about SummerSlam and the bonus round for the final predictions. Stay tuned for that. Also, we're here to talk about the SmackDown for July 26th. We're going to cover that pretty much. That SmackDown. You guys stay tuned. We are here live on not just YouTube, but Facebook and X. And also get the likes up when you come into the ring. So we are going to talk about it. Let's talk about SmackDown. Let's get into that. Now, before we begin, let's go over a match card for SmackDown. Let's see what the match card is looking like tonight. So quite a bit on here. You got the as last week we got the tag team match main event. Bayley Women's Champion and Meacham tag team against Tiffany, the Money in the Bank holder for the women's division, and Queen Nia. Nia Jax got Santos in LA. And then we also have the tag team gauntlet match. So let's get into that. Let's go over the first match of the night for 1 second. Let's go over this a couple more moments, and let's go get to the first match of the night. Okay, let's get to the first match. We had LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. They kicked off the whole SmackDown night. We know that this was teased last week as Santos Escobar was talking crap to LA Knight backstage. This was a good way to kick off the whole SmackDown. And during the match, we had LA Knight. He interfered, and of course, Elektra Lopez, the valet for Santos in his stable, she distracted LA Knight at some points, and also Logan came out to hit LA Knight. But LA Knight got the victory. Despite all that, he was able to get the victory, but later on, he was attacked by both Logan Paul and Santos afterwards. So that was a crazy part, but he got the win, though. Got to give it to him. He got the win, and we give him a yeah, and we give him a yeah and a yeet on that one.
Yeet.
Yep, and we give him a yeet and a yeah.
Yeet. Yeah. Yeet. Yeah. Yeet. Yeah. Yeah.
So this was interesting. Let's see who came in. CeeLo, salute to you. Yeet, that's right, yeet. Now, this is teasing up for their one-on-one match for the United States Championship. LA Knight will challenge Logan Paul. I will get to more into that, but we did get the win from LA Knight. We got the win from that. So congratulations to LA Knight. Now we got another part of the show. Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair promo. Now they cut a promo stating that they want to. They're looking for the tag team champions. They was looking for Alba Fry and Isla Dawn. They said, "Come out, come out." They said, if they don't come out, they're scared. And then later on, they did come out. The music hit, but they was looking for them, as you can see there, where they at. And they end up coming behind them, attack them, and it's teasing that the match they're gonna have next week on SmackDown. I will announce more about that, but they cut a little promo for that. Not the best promo, but I'll get into that. I'm also get to the whole what went wrong with SmackDown. Let's stay tuned for that too. Other than that, though, there was some other moments here. King Groove TV, where you been at? Salute to you, man. Where you been at, man? You've been living in the Rock, man. I ain't seen you. You said she's got a pretty mouth. Looks like a great matchup. Which one, Jada or Bianca? Or are you talking about both of them? Knowing you, you probably talking about both of them. But anyway, we have some segments here. One segment we had here too. We had Terrence Crawford. He knocked out Austin Theory. So he had a little segment there too. Now, A-Town Down Under was talking about Austin. A-Town Down Under of Austin and Grace was talking to Terrence Crawford, a boxer, who an MMA fighter. I didn't know much about until he came on SmackDown. Anyway, he came on there. They was talking about how, you hit Austin with Shay, couldn't do it from him. And he said, and then Austin was goaded in by Grace Wallace saying, if you don't do nothing, if you don't get out the ring, Austin's going to hit you. And then he knocked Austin out. And as you can see, he has a history getting knocked out by boxers, by Tyson Fury. This was 2 years ago. Well, other than that, we had a promo too. And there was a promo of, I think Cody Rhodes spoke a promo. He said I was talking about Jade. I thought you was talking about both. Jade, okay. Yeah, Jade is nice though. The WWE Universe likes Jade Cargill. But yeah, definitely. Austin Theory, this segment here is pretty much showing that he's about to be a baby face. Austin keep getting played by Grayson Waller. I don't know why they're still in the team. They don't even hold a tag team belts anymore since they lost to DIY. But that's my opinion on that. That don't make no sense to me. But that's how they still running with it. When they're gonna break this team up, I don't know. For that matter, it's a matter of time when I guess a case when and where of how they structure that. But it don't make no sense to me, in my opinion. It's like it's pointless to me. But I guess to each his own, right? But yeah, this has been going on for quite some time between Austin Theory and the whole him and Grayson Waller, this whole breakup here. So I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm not sure of that, but I do notice that that's what they plan on doing. And we keep seeing these segments every single week. Every single week we keep seeing these little segments here and there. So I don't know what the whole segment's going to be next. I don't know what they're going to do. That I can only tell what's going to happen next. But it seemed like that's what they're trying to shoot for. But I don't think it's pretty much going anywhere. That's my whole thing on this whole particular thing with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I don't know what's going to be the next move or if it's even the best move. But we do know they're going to be pretty much out. They're pretty much going to be out as a tag team. So that's how they're going to do it. That's cool. It's just, I guess it's how you structure it. Structure is a big factor here. Very big factor. So I don't know how that's going to go. but who knows? Who knows how they're gonna do this, and if it's even done right for that matter. That's the whole thing about that situation of Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. I think it's been going on long enough, and I think we're tired of it. At least I am. So we have to see what the next thing's going to do for both of them. And will Austin Theory be pushed as a good baby face because he's been healed for quite some time. Let's listen. We got to admit that quite some time has been going on with these two. So I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know how they'll do this, but we're going to see what's next with this whole situation here. Now, besides this promo here that was cut by A Town Down Under and Crawford, we had another segment. Remember, Cody Rhodes cut a segment. Cody talked about Solo. Remember, he said that Solo wasn't ready. They kept Solo's not ready. He's not ready to run, Bloodline or anything for that matter. That's the whole narrative they kept running with, and they're teasing up to their WWE Championship match at SummerSlam. So he said in one part, I used to think Solo wasn't ready, but now not so sure. They're using this as a promo to help build Solo some more as a real contender. And I guess that's what they want, but you know, that's how they building him. That's how they're gonna run with it. And then Cody Rhodes, he also said too that you know, he's gonna take Solo more seriously. He said he's ready for him in a championship match. And it's just momentum, more momentum for Cody. Because remember, Solo's been attacking Cody, he attacked Randy, Kevin Owens, all of that in the past several weeks. It was a good promo though. Good promo. Very good promo. I think it's a good promo. You know, I think that it will help further their match at SummerSlam. We know what the outcome going to be. We already know. Um, but we'll see what happens next. We'll definitely see what happens next. But that was a good segment. Other one, not so much. Next one, we have the Andrade Carmelo Hayes had a segment backstage. Remember this, guys? Um, Carmel said, he was saying some stuff. Carmel was saying, he had they had a little small segment backstage, and they was talking about, Melo always pop out every time that that anybody's talking. He just pops out of nowhere. They'll never go to him first, and that's the whole. I guess that's his angle as a heel. Anyway, they came in, they talked to him, they talked to Andrade first. They had a match, and Carmelo said he wasn't the better man that won. He stated that on there. So that's crazy. And that was a good match they had last week. Very good match these guys had. Much credit to Melo and of course Melo and Andrade. Now the thing about it is here they had this segment and pretty much Melo got cooked by Andrade. Remember Andrade said in one part he told me it was so funny. He said, "You're not LeBron. You're more like Bronny Jr." I thought that was funny, and he got him with that one. He got him, and that was a good segment. I had to get that yeet moment.
Yeet.
Very good segment. Finley the dog, salute to you to East prediction that Don will betray mommy. I'll get into that. Stick around for the bonus round. We'll talk about that. Salute to figure F4 TV. F4 TV, salute to you, man. Anyway, Andrade, he cooked Melo in his whole promo. It was a very good promo. Now, I haven't seen a match of Melo and Andrade on the card for SummerSlam. I don't know if they're gonna have a match at SummerSlam, maybe another episode of SmackDown after SummerSlam. Maybe on SmackDown they'll do it again, run it back. I'm not so sure, but it was a good segment and it was funny. And like I said, Andrade and Carmel got good chemistry. Very good chemistry between these guys. I'm not gonna take that away from them. Not at all. Not at all. Now we gonna get to another part of the show here. We'll get to another part. Big moment. We had the tag team gauntlet match. And it started out with if you guys remember here, you had the team of Legato, whatever their name is, Pretty Deadly, the OC, Corbin, and Apollo Crews, Street Profits, and of course the Bloodline. So this was a good solid match. And I have to give it credit where credit is due. I would say the MVPs of this match was the Street Profits. Street Profits really showed out. They really showed out in this match because they almost won the whole thing, but they didn't. Remember, it started off very good. The way it kicked off, like I said, very very creative. Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews, they start out with Angel Garza and Humberto. Baron and Apollo won that, and then the Street Profits came in after after Angel Garza and Humberto was eliminated. Then Profits defeated Apollo and Baron. Then they defeated Pretty Deadly, and they defeated Gallows and Anderson. So they defeated 3 teams until they fell into the Bloodline. So Bloodline wins. They win the gauntlet match, and they are your new number 1 contenders for the WWE Tag Team Championship match, which will be against DIY. So that will be next week. Now that's SummerSlam. But this was a good match. And this, I will say again, match of the night. This was a very good match. These guys, all these teams showed out. And when I knew Baron and Apollo in there, I knew they weren't going to get far. I knew much was not going to be done with them. But they at least let them beat one team. And that one team was Humberto and Angel Garza of Legato stable that's ran by Santos Escobar. So at least they gave him that. But it came down to Street Profits and Bloodline got the win. They were fresh. Pretty much the Street Profits in there right after the first match right after the first elimination they got there. They was there the whole time. Much credit to Street Profits. They did their thing. So it was a very, very good match. These guys showed out. They showed out, putting the work. Jacob Fatu, that man's impressive. He's going to be a beast in the future. So do not sleep on Mr. Jacob Fatu. Now we have one more match. This should have been the main event, but it wasn't. I get it. It became, like I said, these guys showed out. And remember, it was originally Tonga Loa, but because eye patched by Kevin Owens last week, Jacob Fatu took his spot. That was at the beginning of the show. I forgot to mention. But because of that, this is why that Jacob Fatu was a big difference maker and why they ended up winning the match. But we'll get into the whole main event. This should have been the main event, but it wasn't for whatever reason. And the main event was, of course, if you guys see here, Bailey and Michigan versus Tiffany and Nia. And of course, we see Nia and Tiffany got the win. They got the win on that one. You know, they defeated both. I think Bailey actually took the pin. Yeah, I think yeah. No, Nia Jax got the pinfall on, I believe, might have been Michigan. But this was a good match too. This is a very good, solid match too. But I get it. Bailey's the champion. They had to push that. But very good. They're showing that they're teasing further of the Nia Jax Bailey match. Well, like I said, very good match. I'm not taking no away from them. Very good main event and main events at show. I like the spots of this match. I liked how that Nia and Tiffany worked very well together. We could see that. It was so competitive. Bailey was doing her thing as usual. And then the hot tag to Michin, who was taking out majority of the match, she came in. But she got the victory, though. She got the victory. Dev got the victory. Tiffany Stratton, she's getting better and better. And it was a good way to tease the match of Bailey and Nia and Michi, and she is getting a lot of screen time. Much credit to Michi, and she's getting a lot of screen time. But let's get to the SmackDown rating. Then we went over what went wrong with SmackDown. So let's go over that right now. What happened? All right, we got the SmackDown card here, and out of the whole show, I give SmackDown a 3.5 out of 5. Now you probably wonder why I give 3.5 out of 5. A lot of pointless segments on here. Didn't make no sense. The matches were good. Matches were very good in my opinion. Had some good matches. Some were okay. Some didn't, some were average, but we had some good ones. We had a good match of the tag team gauntlet. We had a good match of the main event, the women's tag team match. Bailey and Michin versus Nia. Queen Nia in the Money in the Bank winner. Tiffy Time. That was a good match as well. The Santos and LA Knight opener match was solid. And it was just some segments didn't make no sense. It was just filler stuff, but I get what they're doing and saving it for SummerSlam. Definitely saving it, but it was okay. Show was not bad. Not a bad show. Not a bad show. Very solid. I know SmackDown don't bring it like Raw do, but we have to remember they do have one more SmackDown before, which will we take more likely before SummerSlam. I'm pretty sure that go home show for SummerSlam is going to be solid. They're going to do their thing, and of course Raw will do their thing. But this was a fair show, very fair, not bad, not the best, but very fair. So that's my rating on SmackDown. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. That's the live grade I give for that show for SmackDown of July 26th. Now we're going to go over what went wrong with SmackDown. And for those of you who don't know, who are new, every show, whether it's a weekly show of Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or a PLE show, I always go over what went wrong with the show. What are the things I looked at, I noticed I did not like, whether it's a 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5, or 1 out of 5. I'm going to always go over what went wrong because remember, nothing's perfect. There is always room for improvement. So that's what I'm going to talk about right now with SmackDown. What are 3 things that I noticed on this show for this recent episode? What happened? What went wrong? And I'm going to talk about that now. Now, one thing I noticed, it was Jade and Bianca and that promo. Now, they cut the promo for competing for tag team titles. I thought that was a waste of time. You guys remember they already cut a promo. They already stated that they want to regain the women's tag team championships that they lost at Clash at the Castle. I feel like they're repeating themselves. They said this before. They already said it backstage last week. We want Isla Dawn. We want Alba Fry. We want the champs. Why they got to keep doing that? We already heard this before. Come on now. We don't have to do this. So that with that being said, this goes on the list.
You just made the list!
I didn't understand this segment at all. I didn't think they need to keep reiterating that you have a quest to regain the tag team titles. It's almost like a giveaway. You're letting us know that you're going to win the tag team belts back. So I thought that was a little repetitive, and it's the second week in a row we hear about it. At least now I know they gave some advantage to Alba and Isla by attacking them behind. They'll try to give them, the advantage, give them some type of offense since they are the champs. But you don't have to keep reiterating that you want the tag team belts back. We know, we understand, we know that you're interested in the belts back. We know that or you lost because of Isla Dawn, suplex Jay Cargill, and they weren't even pinned to lose the belts. It was Shayna Baszler. So we understand that, but I think it was just a little overdone, too much, just way too much. So that I thought was like, come on, really? Is that what we doing? Is that what we really doing? So no, I didn't like that at all. I thought that was way too much. I thought it was too much in my opinion. They didn't have to do it like that. But I know they had to. They're trying to, make it seem like, I don't know, make it seem like they're real contenders. We know you won the belts before. We get it. Trust me, I know. We know you held the belts before. But you don't have to keep mentioning that you want the belts back and you want Albert Fry and Isla Dawn. Unholy Union, they called it. So you don't have to keep doing that. So that was the issue. That's one thing I saw. Let's go with the second thing I saw wrong with what went wrong with SmackDown. This whole Naomi and Blair Davenport feud. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling this feud. First, they first had their first interaction. The first interaction was when Blair Davenport, her and Naomi was backstage talking to Nick Aldis, and Naomi Sharon Bailey won a match. I guess Chelsea and Piper at the time, and Blair's like, "Don't interrupt me. That's rude." And she kept, talking crap towards Naomi for the past couple of weeks. That was going on, and they had a match last week, and Blair lost to Naomi. As you see here, she tried to shake Naomi's hand. Let's be cool. That woman won. She walked away. Then she attacked Naomi. I don't think the feud is doing anything, especially for Blair Davenport. Now she is the one that just got on the main roster for NXT with the draft, and I don't think this feud is really helping her. And it's not helping Naomi either. But I understand Naomi. They need to give her a feud, but it's definitely not helping Blair Davenport. It's not doing anything for them at all. I think it's a waste. I don't like this feud. I don't see it going anywhere. If they do have another match, it's probably on SmackDown. Maybe a opener match for SmackDown, something like that. But it's pretty much a drawn out feud. And I guess with the next match they do have, Naomi will lose to Blair this time. I don't know how they're doing that, but this is not a good feud. This is a boring feud, drawn out, not going anywhere. And because of that, it belongs on the list.
You just made the list!
So I'm not a fan of this feud at all, to say the least. It's just boring. And Blair is a good talent, and so is Naomi. And I think this feud is a waste of time for both of them, and it's not doing nothing for either of their careers. So if they're gonna keep running this feud, get this out the way. Let Blair beat Naomi this time, and just end this feud already, please. Please end this feud. I don't want to see no more of this because it's whack. It's whack. That's right, CeeLo. Let's hit the like button on the way into the ring. We're going over SmackDown, and we will cover the bonus round of SummerSlam final predictions. But yeah, this feud is not really doing nothing for either person. It's just Blair the one's taking the L. Naomi's already an established star. She's a former women's champion. She's a longtime veteran. She's been WWE for years. Left to go to TNA, became a champion there, came back. It don't really damage Naomi as much, but it's definitely damaging Blair for that point. So they need to get this over with already. And that's all I have for that part. That's what I saw wrong. Another part I see wrong, and I mentioned this earlier, it's just dumb. This whole Austin Theory Want to just turn this man babyface already? It's the writings on the wall. This man teased. We seen this. Johnny Gargano has talked to Austin. Hey, this guy's using you, Grayson Waller. You're better than this. And then every time a situation happens, Grayson Waller always throw Austin Theory in front of him. He always got to take the hit. Whether it's with Terrence Crawford in this segment, whether doing a tag match, or even when they were tag team champions, it's always or also throws himself out there to take the hit for Grayson, and you see Grayson do not do the same thing. So just make this man babyface already. And since they don't have a match at SummerSlam, any tag match, do it next week SmackDown before SummerSlam or after. I don't care. Get this over with. This is drawn out. We know Austin about to turn on him, or Grace is going to attack him, or Grace is going to push him. This is going way too slow from my opinion. They need to really run this and just let Austin be a baby face. That's what he's going to be anyway, or he seems like a tweener right now. And with that being said, this whole Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, this face turn, this tag team ending, it belongs on the list.
You just made the list!
So they need to just end this already. I'm tired of it. It's just not. It's way too much. These guys tag team together long enough. Ever since Grayson, right after he got to the main roster of SmackDown last year, they held the tag team belts. They were the last team to hold the old design of the SmackDown tag team belts. They're the first team to hold the new design of the WWE tag team belts, the current design. There's nothing more to do with this group. Get it out of here. Unless they win the belts back, which I highly doubt. Don't do nothing with these people, please. Just don't. Just stop it. They need to stop this one, please. And that'll be it for that. Now, before we get to the bonus round, I mentioned the ratings and I mentioned what went wrong with SmackDown. Let's go over next week matches that they have for SmackDown. And these are next week matches that are announced as of right now. We have 2 tag team championship matches, one for the women's of Bianca and Jay versus Unholy Union, Isla and Alba Fry. Then the next match, since the Bloodline did win the number 1 contender gauntlet match by last eliminating the Street Profits, they will compete and challenge for the WWE Tag Team Championship, which is currently held by the team of DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. This will be on next week's episode of SmackDown. So we're going to see how this goes, how they're going to run this. But other than that, though, guys, that's all I have regarding this episode of SmackDown. Now, this SmackDown here, this SmackDown was the SmackDown of July 26th. You got the results, winners, live grades, reaction highlights. As we ended here for this part, stay tuned. We do have the bonus round, and I'm going to talk about shortly. I will talk about the whole SummerSlam 2024. I will talk about the whole final predictions of each match. Who do I have winning each match? Who's going to win? Who the fate, the whole matchup and everything. So let's get into that shortly. You guys get to keep those likes up. Now we are going to end it here on X and Facebook. So if you want to check out more of this, guys, come on over to Red Carpet Ring on YouTube. So let's do that and let's talk about it. All right. We are here at the bonus round. We are going to talk about the upcoming PLE next week, the biggest part of summer, second biggest event of the year. SummerSlam 2024, the final predictions for SummerSlam 2024. And with that being said, there have been more matches added to SummerSlam since the last time I did my early predictions. There were 5 matches I announced. Now we have more. We have a total of 7 matches like we got on the card here. We got 7 matches of SummerSlam here. We got the matches that were added. We have the CM Punk Drew McIntyre. We have that match. And we also have another match that was announced. We now have the Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. So we have that as well. Now, there's going to be no particular order how I do these predictions, but I will give my opinion of who I think is going to win each particular match at SummerSlam because it's coming right up. It's coming up very, very soon. We got 1 week until we have this event. So that's something we got to definitely look into. Other than that, though, it's going to be interesting to see who wins what match and where does this feud go. Of all these feuds, actually, we're going to see what happens next. The benefits from the feuds of everything of sort. So we're going to keep doing that. And of course, you guys, let's get these likes up as we talk about the biggest part of summer. And yes, I will cover SummerSlam. So let's keep that in mind. I will come on there. I'll cover the event. I'll cover the PLE. And I will cover the whole highlights of everything, which will be next Saturday. So let's go over it. No particular order. Let's see who's facing what. Where's this actually going? We'll talk about LA Knight and Logan Paul. Now, for this particular match, we know that Logan Paul has been trying to dodge LA Knight, thinking LA Knight don't deserve a championship opportunity. He's been attacking LA. LA been looking for him, one title shot. We finally got the match official. As I stated before, early predictions, I don't have much of a change. I still believe LA Knight will win the United States title. Now, I know that SummerSlam is in Logan Paul's hometown of Cleveland. I know that, but Logan's held his title long enough. And I don't want to see Logan with this belt no more because he barely defends it. LA Knight's been taking enough L's. Let him get a win this time, guys. Let him win a championship nonetheless. So I think that would be best if you go ahead and let LA Knight win this one and win the championship of the United States Championship. Because Logan held on to this belt literally for over 250 days. So let's keep that in mind as well. Let's do that. All right, so I got LA Knight winning, and he's going to win the United States Championship. That's who I have in this whole thing as far as that goes. I got him winning, and I think it'll be a good scenario if he does win. Let's get on to the next match. Another mid-card championship match. Sami Zayn, the reigning Intercontinental Champion. He is going to face off for the second time Braun Breaker, who's won the number 1 contendership match at Raw this past Raw. And he is very hell-bent on beating Sami, and he wants to win the Intercontinental Championship. Will he win his championship? Braun Breaker had an opportunity at Money in the Bank. He did not win. Now he gets a second chance. That's the crazy part about it. This is a very good feud, very, very good feud between Sami versus Braun Breaker. I know these guys, they're going to make some noise in this match. I believe they will. But it only could be one winner. And I think my prediction between Sami and Braun Breaker, who will win the Intercontinental Championship, does Sami retain, or will Braun be the new Intercontinental Champion? And I have Braun Breaker winning the Intercontinental Champion. They're pushing him, they're building him. He is a force to be reckoned with. He's been tearing everything since he's been on Raw. He's been tearing apart Sami. He's been tearing apart Louis Kaiser. He tore up Ilya Dragunov, and he's the one that even took out Ricochet before Ricochet took his time off after his contract expired with WWE. So I see Braun Breaker winning the Intercontinental Championship, and it will be the first title on the main roster, and it'll be the biggest win of his career. This will really build Braun Breaker if he defeats Sammy. Sammy, no offense to him, he's been Intercontinental champion before, but I understand not a babyface. And I think since he done the work, he's a great competitor. And Sammy's in great storylines like the Bloodline a couple of years ago, ending last year. He doesn't need the Intercontinental Championship like that in his career. He doesn't need it anymore. This was some sort of a thank you for all the hard work you put in with the Bloodline story. Thank you for everything you did for WWE. We'll give you a decent run. But Sammy, if anything, he loses the Intercontinental Championship to Braun Breaker. And maybe Sammy goes on to move on to bigger and better. And I'm referring to at some point the World Heavyweight Championship, which I believe he could be a potential contender for, and maybe even winning the title. And I see Braun Breaker starting his whole main roster career as Intercontinental Champion, and he's gonna do his thing. So I got Braun Breaker for this one. You guys let me know who do you have for your pretty much wins. Let's get to another another match that was just recently announced on WWE for SmackDown. We got the big CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and Seth freaking Rollins as the special guest referee. This is gonna be fun. I'm having a yeet and yes moment on this one.
Yeet. Yeah. Yeet. Yeah. Yeet. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, so we're gonna have this match here. We got this is a good long storyline. This has been going on all year, and I said this will be the feud of the year. Still could be. CM Punk screwing Drew McIntyre twice. He screwed him that Clash at the Castle, screwed him on Raw. He screwed him at Money in the Bank. And Drew McIntyre retaliated by taking CM Punk's special bracelet of his family. He took him out on SmackDown Chicago, let him bloody Punk to the ground. And they're going to finally have a match. It's about time. CM Punk just recently got cleared by the surgeon last week. This past week, he got cleared. So we can finally get our match of Punk versus McIntyre. But a little caveat is Seth freaking Rollins, the referee, as Seth also has beef with Drew and CM Punk. So this will be very interesting. We're seeing shades of SummerSlam 1997. Bret Hart, WWE Champion versus Undertaker. Shawn Michaels, special guest referee. Except in this case, there is no championship, no world championship on the line. Not that they need it, Punk and Drew, they do very good going back and forth with the promos. So this is going to be a good one. Now, I believe with this feud, since Drew has been taking L's left and right, WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, cash in, fail, Clash at the Castle, he needs a win. CM Punk this will be first match back since 2013, first singles match back. His last ever appearance was Royal Rumble 2014. I believe my prediction is Drew McIntyre wins this match against CM Punk. And we could I'm going to add a little bit more to the pot. Maybe Seth Rollins accidentally screws CM Punk. It could be unintentional. Remember, CM Punk screwed Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank as well. Seth was competing for the world title against Damian Priest. So maybe Seth Rollins will screw CM Punk. He accidentally hit CM Punk with a chair. He accidentally super kick him. He accidentally attack him. Drew gets the advantage. Hits the Claymore. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk loses to Drew McIntyre. And Drew wins. That's my prediction for that. I got Drew McIntyre. And he's been savage on the whole social media. Not only taking a bracelet, mocking his family. He took a picture with his arch rival, Jack Perry. Funny, to say the least. So, Drew McIntyre, he needs a win. Let's give I see CM Punk winning maybe another time against Drew if they have a rematch, if Punk loses. But I got Drew McIntyre winning this match. Now we're going to get to the world title matches. We'll go over the world title. Let's go over the women's first, and let's go to the men's. Now we got 4 world title matches, 2 women, 2 men. We'll go over the 2 women first. And with that being said, we'll go over the first one. This is Nia Jax, the Queen of the Ring, challenging the WWE Women's Champion Bayley. Nia earned this opportunity by winning the Queen of the Ring. She last eliminated Lyra Valkyria in the finals, and she has the right to face Bayley. Bayley, who's been champion since WrestleMania by defeating Io Sky. This is her first babyface run in years as champion. I know she did with the hugger gimmick, but we know that ain't going nowhere. But other than that, though, Bayley's been solid champion. You know, she's been doing her thing, doing everything that she can. But Nia, this is a different Nia Jax. This is not the same Nia Jax that hurt everybody. This is not the same Nia Jax that botched all the time. This is not the same Nia Jax that was cringe to the women's locker room when it came to matches. This is a whole different Nia Jax, much more smooth, trained. I could tell was in there. She was in the PC Center, definitely was doing that. And it's a different character. She's by herself. She's a force to be reckoned with. And she's been doing her thing since she's been back in WWE. Remember on Raw, she defeated Becky Lynch. She did challenge Rhea for her when she was Women's World Champ and Elimination Champion this year. Very solid match by Nia and Rhea. She did not win, however, but still a great match. Then she gets drafted to SmackDown, win Queen of the Ring. Now she feuding with Bayley, got the alliance with Tiffany Stratton, who won the Women's Money in the Bank. Nia is on a good run, and I think to capitalize on this good run she's had since she's been back to WWE, since she took that time off, my prediction for this particular feud and this match for the WWE Women's Championship, Nia Jax wins the WWE Women's Championship. And I know people going to say, well, Tiffany Stratton going to cash in. No. When I say Nia Jax wins, she wins. That's it. No cash in. However, it may be teased at SummerSlam, but we don't need that. Remember, we had last year SummerSlam for the same title that Bayley's holding. We had Bianca win in a triple threat between Bianca, Charlotte Flair, and the previous champion Asuka, who was the champion at the time. And Io Sky cashed in after Bianca won. She held it the shortest run in history of this title. We don't need to see a repeat of that this year. The last year's Money in the Bank winner, Io Sky, cashed in at SummerSlam. I do not want to see that again, because if I do see that again this year, this time around, it's going on the list.
You just made the list!
So please, WWE, do not book it like that again. I'm not saying Tiffany don't need to cash in and win the title. Absolutely, I'm all on board with that. But do not do it at the expense of SummerSlam. Don't do it right now after Nia wins. Let Nia have the belt for a little bit. Come on. Nia's on the best run of her career, in my opinion. So I got Nia Jax winning the title from Bayley, and that's the first women's championship match. Let's go over to the next championship match, and we're going to shift over to the Monday Night Raw women's title, and we are talking about Liv Morgan on her Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, defending her championship against Rhea Ripley, the recently returned Rhea Ripley. They're going to have a one-on-one match. You know, they have one thing in common, and that's they have Dominic Mysterio that they both like. I know Rhea, made Dom come out, talk about Liv. I know Dom told Rhea, he told Liv, that he hates her and blah, blah, blah. He's with Mommy, and Mommy gave him a kiss and all that. But let's be honest here, Liv is entertaining as champion. It's built around her character. I know some people don't like her in-ring performance, but it got better since she's, in this different Liv Morgan's character. Rhea Ripley does not need to win a title right now. I don't see her being aligned with Dominic much longer. That could either go both ways. Rhea is screwed by Dom by accident, or Dom intentionally screws Rhea and he walks away with Liv Morgan, or he don't walk away with Liv Morgan. Either way, the same result is I see Rhea Ripley when she comes to her challenging Liv Morgan for her Women's World Championship. I see Liv retaining. I don't see Rhea Ripley walking out the belt. It doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense when I did my early prediction. It still don't make sense now. I ran it back in my mind. No, she don't need to win the belt right now. Liv is entertaining. Story-wise, Rhea can win it later. Remember, Rhea had the belt for 380 days before vacating it due to the injury from Liv Morgan's storyline with her shoulder. So we don't need that. No. And I think she may even start something with Mr. Jey Uso. And next thing you know, these two are going to be having a yeet together. They like each other.
Yeet.
So I have Liv Morgan. I have her retaining the Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley. Dominic Mysterio is still a factor. He will determine, who will be the winner in this match. It's either he helps Rhea win the title back, which I doubt, or he screws Rhea, which is the more sensible option. And maybe he walk away with Liv. Maybe he cutting that promo on Liv. That was just a ploy. Maybe Dominic is getting tired of how Rhea was treating him all that time. Maybe Liv did make him feel like a better man, and as she say, her gorgeous man, and Daddy Dom as she calls him. So maybe Liv Morgan will retain the championship. And don't forget, Dominic Mysterio will interfere like he always do in all the women's championship matches. Adam Pearce pointed that out, actually. Now, let's shift gears. We talked about the Women's World Championship match, WWE Women's Champion, and Women's World Title. Let's talk about the Men's World Championship matches. And we're going to start off with the whole Gunther and Damian Priest. And this is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther has earned the right to face Damian when he won the King of the Ring tournament by last eliminating Randy Orton in the finals in a very controversial win. Nonetheless, Gunther is going to challenge Damian. Now, Gunther's been talking crap about Damian, calling him street trash, insulting him, talking about his background and everything, and saying he's not worthy of a champion. Even sent a promo, tell Damian, hand over the title now. Save the embarrassment at SummerSlam. And Damian, he has had a chip on his shoulder since he won his title. Every title he's been in, every title match he's been in, someone always interfered on his behalf. Unintentionally, you had Finn Balor involved in Backlash. You had Clash at the Castle, CM Punk involved, scoring Drew. Now at Money in the Bank, you had Drew and doing a failed cash-in, CM Punk screwing him, and Seth. So Damian needs to win a title match and retain his title on his own. No Judgment Day, no CM Punk and Drew, no anybody. Just Damian. And Damian already told Judgment Day for a while, not too long ago, don't get involved in my title matches. I got it. You do your thing, I do mine. And with that being said, I had the same prediction before. I still have the same one now. Damian Priest retains the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther does not need to win the world title right now. Remember, he just held the Intercontinental Championship for a record 666 days. Gunther's good. He don't need a title now. Maybe Gunther could go on to win the Royal Rumble next year. He's a favorite in my mind right now. Gunther is pretty much transitioning to babyface, as well as Damian. These guys are both tweeners, you could say. But Gunther will become world champion at a later date. I don't see him winning now. It makes sense for him to win it now. So that's the part about that. I don't see Damian losing the world title. If anything, he needs to keep on to this world title. So that's what I have for my prediction. Damian is going to retain his title and still be the World Heavyweight Champion, defeating Gunther at SummerSlam for that title. And last but not least, we have one more match on the card, and it's for the Undisputed WWE Championship, or WWE Undisputed Championship. Cody Rhodes versus Solo, and this been teased of people was making Joke saying Solo may win the title. We even heard Solo keep talking about one person he did on SmackDown, Roman Reigns. Keep mentioning Roman Reigns every week now. That leads me to believe that Roman will return at SummerSlam, maybe with the Usos, Jimmy and others, and Jay or others. But I see Roman returning. I said this before. But with that being said, when it comes down to Cody and Solo battling out for the undisputed WWE title, Cody's still on a hot run, still selling merch, still popular with the fans. Kids still love him. I don't see why he would lose now. Solo, he's not a contender, he's a pretender. So he's pretending to be the tribal chief. He's pretending he think he's gonna win the title. Solo's number but a pretender, and he's gonna get fed twice. Fed to Cody at SummerSlam and fed to Roman Reigns when he returns. So Cody Rhodes retains his undisputed WWE Championship against Solo SIkoa. Now Bloodline may try to interfere. You have them interfere, the Tonga Loas, Tama Tonga, especially Jacob Fatu. It will not matter. Cody will still win. People are going to come out and stick up for Cody. And this is when I'm talking about Roman Reigns come out and make his long-awaited return since WrestleMania 40. So this would be a factor. Roman Reigns will be a factor. Whoever defends, Solo come to his aid, that will be a factor. This will lead to believe that Solo will lose, and he's going to have a feud with Roman, and that's not going to be over the title. Sorry. If Cody loses this belt to Solo wins, this will be the biggest, and I mean biggest, upset in WWE history of any kind, of any sort. All I got to know is it's going to get to the point where I'm going to be feeling like Michael Cole. I don't see why Cody will lose now. Solo winning is not going to do nothing at all. Nothing. I don't see it doing anything. So Cody is going to retain the belt. He's not going to lose to him at all. It don't make sense for him to lose. It'd be dumb for him to lose. No. Solo will not win the WWE Championship. Because he ain't the tribal chief. Only one tribal chief, and that's Roman Reigns. Let's be honest here. Roman's coming back, and he's coming for Solo, especially the way Solo's been running his mouth against Roman all this time. So I don't see how that would make sense for him to win this belt. Because Solo hasn't done anything to earn the belt. Let's be honest. Solo hasn't even held a singles championship in WWE. Has he ever been United States champion? No. Has he ever been Intercontinental champion? No. Any single accomplishments like Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, King of the Ring? No. You gonna make him WWE champion? Come on, that's laughable. It's laughable. That's laughable. So I don't see how Cody will lose right now. Cody's gonna very much win, and he's gonna retain his title. Now, how much longer Cody will hold on to the title? Maybe next year's WrestleMania. Maybe, a little after that. He may hold on to the belt for a year. Don't be surprised if Cody's still champion heading on to WrestleMania 41 next year. Cody may be champ for a year. They're going to give him a nice lengthy run. It's already been, a good little over 3 months. So I see Cody winning, and Solo has no reason to beat him. No. Not at all. Don't make sense at all. And that's all I have regarding SummerSlam 2024 final predictions. These are predictions of all the matches that are announced. 7 matches on the card. We got the SummerSlam 2024 match card. We have predictions, who's going to win, who's going to lose. Of course, I will have the results next week when SummerSlam is done. But we have final predictions here. So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below, and also in the live chat right now. Who do you got winning each match? Who's your favorite going in each match? Whatever match it is, are you happy about CM Punk having his first match back? So these are the matches that will be discussed. That were discussed, and we're gonna see who wins what match. 7 matches on the card. Interesting. SummerSlam 2024. It will be in Cleveland, Ohio, at the Cleveland Browns Stadium, August 3rd. So all the predictions, match card, all that's explained here. Check it out here. One more thing before the Turnbuckle King goes. Remember, tournament is done. First round results will come out. We're gonna let you guys. I will let you guys know who advanced in the first round of the results. Of course, these votes were taken on both channels, Toxic Ring and Red Carpet Ring here. So check that out. I will make a video of that. So keep your notification bell on and everything. And when you guys see the results, wherever they are, you're gonna either feel yeet or maybe even yeah.
Yeet. Yeah. Yeet. Yeah. Yeet. Yeah. Yeah.
So that will be that. Check that out. Other than that, though, guys, this is will be a good one. We head off to SummerSlam a week away, and biggest part of summer, second biggest event of the year. Are you guys excited for SummerSlam? Because I know I am. And that's all I have for that. You guys let me know what you think. Soon 2 videos will pop up. 2 videos of content for Red Carpet Ring, talking about SummerSlam or SmackDown Raw, whatever it may be. Check out those 2 videos. Click those videos below. Check out content here at the Red Carpet Ring. And of course, you guys already know what it is. It is OUNT.